All that weird movement.
Can you hear me again?
Yeah, we can hear you now. I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, my internet decided to quit on me again. Stream can... it's still going. I'm still dropping a huge amount of frames.
So now you can see I've got a surprise encounter, including 2 red cores. So that means I get to attack several times before they can even do it, so there's a high chance that I'll beat these guys without them running away, because they won't even have a chance.
Okay, can you still hear me, Sigma?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm about to picnic again.
Sorry.
It's, I don't know why my internet is doing this. Yesterday it was fine. Oh boy.
So there's 1.
Actually...
And there's 2. So now I've got 2 red cores and I have 2 more to go. So I'm actually going to attempt a different, there's 2 different manipulations. I'm going to attempt a different one. It's not a surprise attack, but there are 4 of them, so, and I'll have high enough HP that I can survive doing some of them, so there's a chance I can get anywhere from 2 to 4 more. I only need 2, but if I get more, then that's just more levels to make things safer.
Okay, my stream seems stable again.
Alright, cool.
Okay, chat, can you confirm that you guys can hear me again?
Alright, so you also notice I'm positioning my boat exactly there, so it will be right where I need it to be whenever I reset. Yeah, that's a lot of mashing. Alright. So I'm gonna save here.
Yeah, so the interesting... Okay, cool. Again, apologies about the picnics. It's really dumb. I don't generally have this issue, but for some reason my internet decided to be dumb today. So an interesting thing about that leveling screen, we actually don't just mash with 1 key. You can actually mash with multiple keys. Okay, I got 1 core out of that, so I need 1 core still. So yeah, you can theoretically mash with all 4 keys. So we mash with at least A and B, and then generally X and Y as well. Okay, my stream should be back up completely.
Alright, so guys,
I stopped dropping frames, so hopefully you guys can get that fixed again. Again, sincerest apologies about this. This is completely yeah, my stream is up, but yeah, I've not been dropping frames for a couple minutes again. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Again, sincerest apologies. There's nothing I can do about this.
alright, so there's 1 red core that's using 4, so he's sticking around. I can get 1 left. Okay, second one left. And it's this one sticking around, so hopefully, as long as I get the demon trolls, I should get both of these.
Okay, if you want me to try and restart the stream again, Mythical, I'll try to do that.
Alright. That's 2 cores, so I am done with the grind.
Okay, so Sigma's got a bit of a lead on me because I'm still in. I need one more at this point.
That was really perfect. I couldn't have asked for a better grind. Okay, so here.
Come on, please stay around. Okay, so I'm getting really unlucky on. I've had all of my cores running so far, except for one, so I still need one. So Sigma is gonna get a significant lead on me now. This generally goes the other way around, where I'm getting the good luck on core manipulation and Sigma isn't.
Yeah.
But so be it. That gap can very easily shrink again on pirates though, so it's definitely not over.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, can you guys let me know how it is now? If I need to restart something, I can try to do that.
Hey, Cruel. Yeah, I think you should do that. It doesn't seem to think that your stream is live. You're still on the same stream key, right?
Yes, I didn't change a thing. Okay, let me get this encounter because of frame perfect movement and all that, and then I'll restart the stream. Wait, what? Okay, that was weird. For some reason I didn't get it.
Oh, and suddenly it fixed itself.
No, I just fixed it. I restarted the stream.
Okay.
And then the frame drops came back.
Alright, we'll see if it freezes. And then, I mean, as long as it, the frames drops don't happen too frequently, I should be able to just keep hitting refresh.
I'm really sorry about this. This is normally not this bad. It actually rarely is.
Actually, I'm here in a real situation where the grind is actually not quite enough. The speed is to get 328, so I'm gonna have to fight. There we go. It's usually just one more battle.
Yeah, I'm still dropping a lot. I'm really hoping that it fixes itself soon. There isn't much I can do. I can try something.
Well, it came back, but I think I did just click a button that is gonna make it go away again for a little bit, but it should also come back again.
Yeah, we'll try to work this out. Again, apologies. Okay, I just did kill my core, so I'm now done grinding as well.
Okay.
I seem to be streaming again. Okay, yeah, this works.
Alright, so right now I'm climbing this Guardian Tower, so actually I think you're supposed to do all of this before any of those other caves that we just did, but but we're doing it now. And fortunately for that, we're actually kind of over level for Guardian, so he's really not very difficult boss to defeat. It probably won't take very long.
No, I'm Dutch actually. So it's very rarely that my internet provider does this, and it just you can't predict it. It's just a shame that it happens during a run like this.
Yeah, mine does the same thing too. I've gotten pretty lucky, I would say. It hasn't happened yet, so. Alright, so I'm going in to fight Guardian now. So this kind of follows the standard. I'm just going to drain this guy and attack, and then I can use power gourds to increase my attack and lower his defense, so it'll go pretty fast.
Okay, now that everything's up and running again, let's let me make way to Guardian as well. So I think I've got some catching up to do at this point. Actually, one more item sort. So the interesting about the tower with the Guardian, we need to go to the top to get the key to continue. But there's actually a lot of traps in this tower. If you take the wrong move somewhere, you fall down a floor. Most of them we know, for the most part we know how to move to avoid all of them. But just the other day I actually happened to fall into one of those traps that I didn't even know was there. They're just invisible holes somewhere that put you back a floor.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, on the before last floor, there's actually there's a treasure chest there. Let's see if I can point it out to you guys. So that treasure chest, and if you try to access it from the right, you just fall down. And that's just one of many examples. I do need to heal up a bit. So this is Guardian. Guardian is he's busy with Eamon's revival. Eamon to revive back into the world, and obviously we don't want to have to deal with any of that. That's bad stuff for us, you know. If Eamon revives, so we're gonna try to kill off this Guardian and stop him in doing just that. I'm gonna use Jeren for the most. Jeren and Lufia to buff myself and to heal up if need be. Power gourd there. So these power gourds, what they do, they increase my attack with a specific amount. The higher my attack is, or the more buffed up my attack is, the less it'll do. But it still helps increasing the damage output by a significant amount. It's just to speed up this fight a bit.
Thanks, Fly Eagles.
So far he's not been really doing any damaging attacks to me, which means I've just been buffing up a lot. That's actually really useful, because it just means more damage output, and that speeds the fight even more. It's all just about trying to increase your damage as much as you can. And since I think I have some catching up to do, I better try to deal as much as possible. Okay, that was Guardian. What was your Guardian time, Sigma?
2:32:15.
Okay, so we're about a minute and a half apart, which is not that big. That can all happen. That boss. The next boss is one of the last run killers of the game. It's one of the most RNG heavy bosses. However, but at this point, we do get to see Eamon's revival, even though we killed. It was too late, and Eamon revived. So now we don't just have to deal with Gades, we actually have to deal with Eamon as well. So you've got two Sinistrals to deal with, and, well, if Deos also get revived, and Arim as well, that could be bad stuff. So we're just gonna grab this key. With that, we can continue again.
Yep. So next up is probably the trolliest boss in the whole game.
Yeah, this next boss is one of the worst ones to fight. The next fight is generally anywhere between, I think, 7 and 15 minutes long, depending on the luck.
Yeah, you can literally lose 8 minutes with no problem.
Yeah, and that's even without dying, and that's not even mentioning the fact that you can die. The next boss has the ability to paralyze you, to confuse you, to sleep you. They start off with 2, making the situation even worse. He's got very powerful attack and magic stuff. There's just so much bad stuff that can happen on that guy, and if he decides to troll, he can troll. So this is Clack Skip. We're gonna pick up this piece of Illumina. Generally, down in this cave, there's actually a guy that will tell us about. Hold on. He'll tell us all about like Doom Island and the Dual Blade. He's like this expert on the matter, but it turns out we don't really need him. So we walk into this town. They tell us that they did indeed get kidnapped, and we're gonna try to fix that. The reason that happened is actually the kid, Lou. He got kidnapped by the pirates, and Rail, being the father that he is, naturally went after them. He's not the great father most of the time, but that's the one thing that you can't do. You're not gonna touch his kid, you know? Unfortunately, in the process, Rail himself got captured as well. So we're gonna have to go ahead and save him.
Alright, so I am on the pirates fight now, and it's completely possible that Cruel will finish before me.
Yeah, if I get
He gets good luck and I get bad luck.
Yeah, then this fight is gonna determine a lot of the outcome, assuming nobody dies. So I'm almost there as well. In a little bit, you've probably seen this on Sigma's end already, but we walked on 4 buttons. You actually need to walk in that in a very specific order. If you don't, then you'll get into a pirates encounter, which you can't run from and just wastes a lot of time to kill. Back in the day that the 315 was the world record, or 415 was the world record, the world record run actually made a mistake on these buttons, causing him to have to do an extra fight, which loses quite a few minutes. Okay, so I'm starting pirates now as well. Like I said, this is the most RNG heavy fight in the game in terms of how much it can troll you. It's generally, like, it doesn't have, it's not that likely to actually kill you, but it can just waste a ton of time. Also, the pirate has potions just to make matters a little bit worse. Jolt is not a terrible move. there. So yeah, these are X-bombs. We used them before to kill off Chorus, but now this boss has them. And they can do a very significant amount of damage to me. So we're just gonna have to hope for the best here. I'm gonna boost with both of my characters to heal back to full. This is what we need level 28 for, just so that we have that move boost. Okay, this is his first trolley move. This is foul. He's gonna try to put my characters to sleep. Luckily, he only hit one, but he can potentially hit all four. And if we get locked in sleep, that's an issue. And then another sleep arrow. The sleep arrows aren't as likely to hit, luckily. So generally, you get out. Okay.
Yeah, and at least Sleep Arrow only attacks one person.
Nah, he attacked all four. They can do that.
Well, I guess they can, but they don't necessarily.
It's usually just one person. And there comes another one.
Alright, so I got the little one down.
He's trolling me quite badly. Where's Waken? There it is. So because multiple characters were put to sleep there, I'm going to use Waken to wake everybody up. It's a bit slower than Awakes, but in this case it makes more sense to use. And the foul right after. This is a really bad spot for me. He's really hating on, or he's really trying to put everybody to sleep, because of which, yeah, it's not, it just loses a ton of time. It gives Bosun a chance to heal up, and that's not what we want to have. Oh boy, this is fun. Again, 2 characters to sleep. Oh boy, I actually have 3 characters to sleep right now. This is really bad. Come on, somebody wake up, please. So I'm gonna have to use an Awaken on Lufia, but this is a very scary position. Okay, stun is fine in this case. Had he done the wrong move there, he could have had a chance to wipe me, or at least wipe a character. And after all of that, I barely made any progress on the actual fight, which is really annoying. Okay, that's 1 down. I'm actually gonna have to do this. Okay, so I've got the little one down as well. That makes this fight a little bit easier, but it can still troll very, very badly. This fight is not done just because one of them is down. Yeah. Unlike the goblins earlier, it stays a very difficult fight. And when he gets lower in health, he actually starts using different patterns of moves.
Yeah, so he
can really.
Yeah, he gets worse.
Yeah, a lot of the bosses at this point in the game, once you get close to killing them, they start changing to a different attack pattern. You'll see near the end of these fights that he's going to use. Is it called Flood still? I always doubt on this one. But he's gonna use like a flood-like move that's gonna hurt us a lot. I mean, now it's mostly just X-bombs, and it deals a good amount of damage, but it's not gonna kill us off. Jolt is a pretty painful move. Nice critical from Aguro there. So criticals in this game are actually very rare. You hardly ever get to see one. But it effectively just doubles the amount of damage. You usually get like 1 or 2 a run on average. So they're pretty rare, but they're always very helpful, especially on a boss like this one.
This guy just loves foul today.
Hang in there, Sigma. You got this.
Well, I haven't had to use a single miracle yet, so that's good.
Yeah, one thing to pay close attention to in this fight is especially Jeren's magic. You can see that in my case right now, he's gonna drop to 80 in a little bit. I want to always have enough magic to keep on healing once I go into that last phase that I mentioned. Because at that point, chances are he's gonna deal so much damage that I might otherwise not be able to properly heal myself back up. I'm actually going to preemptively boost. Okay, that boost was a bit of a waste, but I want to keep those last 6 power gourds for the oil dragon. No, this boss is definitely no joke. He can troll a lot, and I'm actually getting fairly lucky so far. He's not done too much weird stuff on me. Okay, this is Storm.
Yeah.
This means he's in his last phase. This is the most damage dealing move he has. It's incredibly powerful. So this is why I wanted to keep that extra magic. I still have 50 MP, so I should be good. But I might have to use an extra magic later on.
Okay, now he's doing Storm on me.
Okay, I'm gonna use, since he didn't do that, I'm gonna use this to use a high magic. I'll boost with her. Oh, Roar is one of the worst moves he has. He's gonna try to confuse my party. And he actually managed to confuse 3 out of 4 people. This is really bad. Okay, I'm gonna have to get Aguro out first. Okay, luckily my characters are cooperating a bit. Get a hero out. This is why high potions are still very helpful on this fight, because I can use them to heal up a bit. Okay, Jeren is gonna attack our own party. The advantage of Jeren attacking our own party, even though it's obviously it takes time, but the advantage is that it gets everybody out of confusion immediately.
Yeah, it'll get him out of confusion or sleep. Alright, pirates are down.
Okay, looks like I didn't completely catch up then.
Yeah, but I lost like a minute and a half compared to my PB, so. Whatever. A win is a win. And I didn't have to use a single miracle either.
Nice. I should be getting very close to a kill myself. Okay, that's pirates down for me as well. What was your pirates time?
2:47:37.
Okay, so we're again less than a minute apart then, which at this point is really good to see us be this close. Anything can happen still. So once the pirates are down, we meet Lu again. He's kind of changed his ways a bit, and he's like we're all good now that we have Lu with us. We can go save Rail Shia himself. So, unlike like the pirates had Lou very close, but the professor was actually locked up in a cell a bit further out. So we're gonna have to go to that place to see if we can rescue the professor. We got the key to the door. We picked that up in one of those treasure chests just now. And that gets us back to the professor. So we found the 7 pieces, and with that, the professor is going to go back to Lab 3, so we can finally get that submarine fixed, and we can go look for Dual Blade. So with that, I think it's a good moment to mention what Doom Island and Dual Blade actually are. So early, like right at the start of the game, you saw that floating island. Now, once we destroyed hold on, I need to menu a bit. Okay, so once we destroyed the Sinistrals there, or killed the Sinistrals there, the Doom Island fell into the ocean, and it's been there for the century that has passed in the meantime. So in order to get there, we need to have that submarine. And in that, the reason we need to go there is the sword that Maxim used back in those days, the Dual Blade, is in there as well. And what Dual Blade basically does is every bit of strength in this game revolves around energy. The stronger your energy, the more easily you can kill something. And the Sinistrals are kind of a physical form of energy, so they have a lot of it. And Dual Blade is a weapon that amplifies the energy of the wielder. So by having Dual Blade, we can actually we can use our energy to kill off the Sinistrals. A lot of that isn't even explained in this game. They explain a lot of that in Lufia 2. But just to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what's going on at this point. So unlike in Lufia 2, we can't go underwater everywhere. We actually can only go underwater in specific places, this being one of them. So let's make way for Doom Island. Now you'll notice that I'll use these streams as often as possible because they just up your movement speed. But some of them get you so far away that it's not worthwhile to go through it. You'll see me use those later on. Yeah, I think we'll have one more moment where we get to use it later. So this is the Doom Island. The cold air that we noticed in Lufia 2 is still around here. Even though this place is entirely destroyed and been on the bottom of the ocean for 100 years, that evil sense is still around. So, much like at the start, we go take the exact same path, and we're gonna see if we can find this Dual Blade that we've been mentioning so often. So this is Dual Blade. This is the Sword of Legend, and it's ringing, which means once it's found its wielder, it starts ringing. And right as that happens, 4 statues rise from the ground. Now, one statue to note in particular is this top left statue. That's a statue of Lufia. We don't understand at this point why, but we're wondering why is there a statue of Lufia in this place? Like the other 2 of them we recognize, those are the statue of the Sinistrals. But Lufia doesn't seem to have anything to do with them, right? Well, as Deos revives here, it actually turns out that Erim, the 3rd Sinistral, the Sinistral of Death,